Students were allegedly coming into dining halls like here at Snelling, putting in their hand and hoping for a free meal. What they didn't know is that there are security cameras watching them the whole time. To decrease our dependence on oil, the government's trying to come up with different ways we can fuel our cars, like ethanol from corn. But for right now, that's just another hit for consumers at the checkout counter. Miss Rita and Miss Vivian spend hours every day cleaning showers, scrubbing toilets, and all to make the lives of their residents a little cleaner. When you bite into a strawberry, you're probably not thinking of ice and an all-night battle against Mother Nature. But here at Washington Farms, that's exactly what it takes to make sure these strawberry plants are ripe for your picking. A little harder?
It's tricky.
That's how shopper Susan Doherty describes keeping food on her table for all her grandkids. It's a problem many Athenians face as food prices continue to rise. Here at Earth Fair, Susan pays careful attention to the things she puts in her cart. She says higher prices force her to make frugal decisions. That means giving more thought to other items on her grocery list.
$20.99 for this little tube of gel. So, is it worth $20 to see if your shoulder doesn't hurt anymore?
So those are the kinds of decisions you have to make.
Those are absolutely the kind of decisions you have to make.
To decrease our dependence on oil, the government's trying to come up with different ways we can fuel our cars, like ethanol from corn. But for right now, that's just another hit for consumers at the checkout counter. It's all about the corn. The government wants 25% of all corn crops to be used for making ethanol as a fuel source.
We've increased, or we've added a whole new demand for corn.
McKissick says this demand affects more than just the corn crop.
It means that all food prices are going up, but the primary reason is because of what happened in corn and the usage of corn for fuel and ethanol.
So how would McKissick explain this to a frustrated shopper like Susan?
Very carefully, I guess.
Rita Watkins and Vivian Johnson are familiar and much loved faces in Brumby Hall. They've seen a lot over the years.
I don't know if you want me to say it on television.
Sometimes more than they'd like to share.
You sure right too. You wouldn't want to hear none of them. You'd be dying laughing. They a mess, honey.
With over 50 years of experience here at Brumby between them, it may be hard to believe that neither is making a living wage, but it's true.
I really don't have no outside money to spend, because all my money goes to keep my everything going and keep food in the house and stuff.
Rita's a single mom, raising 2 kids on her own. Vivian has raised 3 children along with her husband, and both live in Habitat for Humanity housing. Both women say making a living wage would mean a lot. Miss Rita and Miss Vivian spend hours every day cleaning showers, scrubbing toilets, and all to make the lives of their residents a little cleaner. Unbelievable is how critics are describing REM's new record, Acceleration. Even in its first day, it's made quite a buzz, and critics say this is the best album from the band in a decade. Over the years, Athens has been a source of inspiration for REM's music, even here at Weaver D's, the place that inspired the 1992 album title, Automatic for the People. Producer John Keane has seen the band's ups and downs over the years, working with them on 7 albums. The band has recorded some of their most famous songs in Keane's home studio in one of Athens' residential neighborhoods, including the hit Losing My Religion.
That was a real magical moment.
Here in the studio back in the mid-'80s, Keane could tell that this band really had something.
When they got into a room and played together, there's a real energetic spark there.
After 2 decades together and millions of records sold, Keane says REM has made it because they're different from other artists.
I think that REM has kind of set an example for a lot of bands to be uncompromising.
That's less toys, and so it's a good
holiday decorating for Athens resident Christopher Philpott is more than just a plastic snowman in the yard. It's a passion. Christopher is working to cover his house on Brickleberry Trace with more than 100,000 Christmas lights this week. So what does it take to display 4 miles worth of lights and make neighbors ask,
what is going on over there?
patience,
Usually the highly technical just shake it and jiggle it a lot.
agility, and perseverance, even when you had broken your ankle.
The crutches actually are kind of easy on the roof because you can sort of pole vault around and gives you a little wider stance.
The electricity is another issue
As
altogether.
far as Georgia Power is concerned, I basically got 2 houses sitting on one lot.
While most people could fit their decorations into just one of these containers, Christopher has over a dozen just for these Christmas lights. Since 1996, this has been the seasonal hobby for Christopher. And because so many people appreciate his display, Christopher decided to take advantage of it.
Makes my Christmas. It's like Christmas morning for me every night when I go out and open that toy box, because you never know what's going to be in there, and knowing all that's going to go to some kid every year, it's just a lot of fun.
So what can crowds expect to see this year from the Blue Lights house? Well, they'll just have to come out and see for themselves. In the meantime, Christopher will be setting up ladders, untangling, and giving new meaning to the line, Making Spirits Bright. Brittany Evans, News Source 15.